Close the door, please.
Uh-oh.
No.
No, are you sure you want to close?
The dog got kicked out, bro. That's what it is.
Okay.
And we're back.
Hi, welcome. Welcome to his show.
¿Qué boleti?
¿Qué hola?
Hello.
Aquí estamos with my boy Jorge.
¿Qué
Esfo
hola?
Fishing.
What's up?
El tipo feo con cojones. The camera doesn't even want to look at him.
Yeah, I agree. I concur.
And this legend right here, which you guys are going to thank me for later, Yajaira.
With a Y?
With a Y.
Oh, shit. My wife is with a Y, so
Yeah.
yeah.
They say the women whose name starts with the letter Y son tóxicas todas.
And you heard it on the Joe Rogan podcast from Timu.
I don't.
Cheers. Cheers to la
bro.
tóxicas.
No. ¿Qué es esto con agua? Get out of here.
7 years of bad sex.
I could afford it.
Cheers. Oh, you know la paja que se mete el tipo. El pobre.
Hey.
Oye,
Do what you gotta
where's your background with the Yajaira name?
Well, I was born in the Virgin Islands, St. Croix, Dominican, Puerto Rican,
No, la
raised by
dominicana.
Cubans. So estoy confundida como cojones.
There's
and
the
I
Y.
speak Cubanese.
There's the Y.
That's
The Cuban.
Y.
The Cuban's the Y.
That's the Y.
Yeah.
There you go.
No.
I know, bro. Trust me. I got experience back home.
The islands, they're all with the Y.
Yajaira, what high school did you go to?
Barbara Goldman. I'm a Gator.
Did you play any sports?
Actually, I was in track.
Hey.
For a bit. Yeah, I escaped 1 year to HML and I did track there. So go figure. It was weird.
Nice.
But
I think that's a great exercise for when you're in high school.
yeah,
That's a good sport
I
right
loved
there.
it. It was fun.
It's not an exercise, bro. It's an actual sport. Exercise.
It wasn't a treadmill, but you know, but it was fun.
It is, but when you're in high school and you're doing it for the exercise purposes, I like that for high school.
No, it was great. It was actually really good.
Yeah, 'cause when I joined the Marines, they make you run like long runs. And in football and basketball, you never really do long
don't
runs.
do
So
that.
you're like mentally like,
Yeah.
F
And the
this
Marines, you're also training for your life.
Your life.
In basketball, you're playing for.
But those sprints, like,
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
get you,
really
I get
It doesn't get
prepare
you, to the next level.
I want to honor your brother, whom you said was in the Army. Can you tell me a little bit about him?
Yeah, so my brother's 7 years older than me, Dominican Italian, and when I was very young, he went to Fort Drum, which is like by New York, edge of like New York and whatever, Canada.
Pasando un frío
Pasando
de pipi.
un frío and going up and down mountains because that was his training, con, you know, all the luggage and all stuff like that.
What was his job description?
Oh my God, he was in the like intelligence section.
He was a cook, Army.
No,
Cutting
the
potatoes.
cook's over there.
Hey,
Oh,
cook is behind the camera for later date.
Shout out to the cook.
Mikey, Bigadillo.
No! Colors are beautiful, bro. Nice.
I have a military background. Then I served as a police officer protecting the community, chasing down threats. But beyond the badges in the battlefield, I've always felt something deeper, a connection to the wild. Now I spend my time in the outdoors fishing calm waters, hunting in daylight, tracking through the night, and diving deep to catch lobsters beneath the surface. This is not just something I do. This is my world. And if you're ready to experience the wild with me, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe.
The only reason why I came, I heard there's gonna be some.
this, not
No,
the
there's gonna be some
podcast.
food after.
We're on take
damn.
5, people, because he's failed to do his job working behind the
he's
computer.
a cook, not a camera guy.
I properly trained you, bro.
Sorry,
All you had to do was press one button from what they told me.
And make sure it says record. Hello. Okay, so shout out to your brother. Hey, thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
You have an amazing sister. I've known you for a bunch of years. You, your husband's brothers, Johnny and Robert, amazing people. Robert does tiki huts. I wouldn't hire him for shit.
What? He's
Johnny is a boat mechanic. He's good at what he does. His father me dio tremenda bacá when I got back from Iraq. I bought a Roalo that I restored and went to the dad for a new engine.
We see a trend here. We see a trend.
6 months going back and forth, back and forth. We could never figure out why it overheated. A Mercury piece of junk. I had to resell the boat.
Oh man.
But thanks to that, I got a Mako now. I got a 1990 Mako that with the right sponsors, we're restoring it and
Look at
no
that.
paquete.
I've
Look
seen
at that.
pictures. I don't know if they're AI generated because I haven't seen the actual boat, but I've seen pictures and it looks phenomenal.
And you probably never will now for saying that comment.
I set that shit on fire for the insurance.
Hey, easy.
We're not supposed to say that out loud,
Which
man.
that pun was meant for a reason. I brought this lovely lady here to speak about something that is the most exciting topic that my audience is going to hear about.
Oh, they're gonna love it.
That's it. My ratings
Freaking
are going to go,
amazing.
woo!
Woo! I know.
Please tell my audience, because you're an expert. It's not that, oh, you do this. No, you're a specialist / expert when it comes to commercial insurance. Please tell them a little bit about you.
Yeah, so exactly. I do commercial insurance. And this is where everybody goes, cricket, 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 right? So commercial insurance
Yeah, I see live.
Yeah,
my
right.
feed just went.
plummeted.
no.
Come
Oh,
on,
yeah, thank you for your time to hide out.
Yeah,
Have a
I
nice
appreciate.
day.
All right, thanks. No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
People are only here for the cowboy hat, bro.
Can't wear it because of the shade, people.
It made me flip mine around, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Now you're lighter.
To get to the level to be an expert at your field, what schooling and what education do you need to?
It's a little difficult to say because you need a license. It's not like you go to college for insurance. And no one teaches you that in school. You read a lot of books and you take state exams. You get your 220 license, 440 license, depending what path in insurance you take, 215, 214, boring stuff. People learn it in experience. Exactly.
Hey,
I told you it's
hey,
not
so
fun.
here.
I told you it's not fun. You learn it in experience. En la calle, dealing with people, connecting,
Going over
dealing with the
policies.
shit and, grinding it out and going
Yeah.
over the policies. That's how you learn insurance. So I've been doing it for 22 years. So I know a little bit.
And you started off doing what before you got into this?
Oh my God. I had a lot of little odd jobs. I was all over the place. I didn't know what the hell I wanted
I
to
think
do.
before the recording, you told me you worked at Hooters and you loved
No,
it.
yeah, it was great. The chicken, the pot chicken, no, and the shrimp. No, it didn't work
Shout out to
Hooters.
Twin Peaks, bro. Hooters ain't got shit on you. Letting everybody know. Nah,
Is that a new sponsor?
She was telling me that she's been doing this for 22 years. And what inspired you? What led to do this transition?
Oh, you guys want to hear a funny story? Yeah. So the funny story was I quit a job. They sucked. They were horrible. Mom and pop shop, treat everybody like crap. And I quit.
Wajitos.
It was Wajitos no, I'm kidding. So I quit this job, no backup, first and last time I ever did that. And my last day was September 11th.
Oh.
So, I get to work last day, it was a Friday, I believe, and the towers were falling, and then I had no idea what to do. So for months, I was looking for work because they wouldn't give anybody a job after September 11th, even though everything just like halted, know? And I was door knocking from Kendall to Doral. Every job, I didn't care what it was. No. 2 months later, they called me back from an Allstate office in Doral, and they said, hey, are you still looking for work? I'm like, hell yeah. And they're like, and I'm like, so, when I go to the interview, they're like, what happened? Like, why, what are you guys looking for someone? Oh, yeah, we fired 2 girls for smoking weed. So I was like, damn, thank you, God, for being pot smokers. You know?
Shout out to those 2 girls who were dumb enough to not get away with it.
Yeah,
Not
for
only
real.
that, now you know what not to do.
Or get caught. No, I'm just kidding. No, for real.
Déjalo. But fast forward now, it's 22 years. You've been doing this. Can you educate somebody in a horror story of an instance where a company failed to, or the opposite, that thank God they did have the insurance where you've saved their butt?
We've had a lot of instances. I actually just yesterday met someone, and it wasn't even my case, but I've had these type of cases happen to me, where I'm meeting someone, we're talking about insurances. The guy's a restaurant owner, and he tells me that he called his agent for a certificate, something very simple. And they're like, what certificate? What do you mean? You don't have insurance. Yeah. He runs a restaurant, for Christ's sake. You know how many liabilities you have in a restaurant? Yeah. And the agent's like, I'm sorry, the policy wasn't paid. And they're like, I couldn't get a fucking phone call. Like, I couldn't get a call.
No matter, no email, no nothing.
We had an agent, take over the policy right away. Like, I got insured, and thank God he was safe. But, all it takes, what do you do?
Yeah, I do auto. So, but I do see it.
Insurance.
I mean, I do see it in our end in terms of auto where a lot of people think that they have full coverage and they rely a lot on their agent, and the agent really just wants to lower their payment by $60. But they lower the payment by $60 and then they have half the coverage.
Yep.
And then when you need the coverage, those $60,
thousands of dollars for $60.
Exactly. I see it a lot
with
with rental coverage. People are like, oh, I got full coverage. Yeah, that doesn't mean you have rental in your policy.
We've seen cases where they don't insure for flood, and all of a sudden they have a flood, and then they're all of a sudden like, oh my God, I'm covered for everything. No, you're not.
Yeah,
There's so many technical terms.
Now, I'm assuming with the expert level that you bring to the table, you bring experience to when you meet up a certain business owner, whether it's a restaurant named Picadillo in the hood that serves rat meat and feces.
The best rat meat in the market, bro.
Oh,
sure is.
Damn.
All right.
I would know this for a fact because I'm the one that hunts the rats in my backyard and I pitch it to them. All right?
Ew.
Now,
Hey, with boys like that, you don't need enemies, bro.
Yeah, right? That's the truth. That's the truth.
now I'm assuming when you have these
Peter's gonna come after you now.
Me voy para allá mañana with a dozen eggs and you'll forgive me, bro.
That's all it takes.
Can you,
They're expensive.
when you meet these people and these business owners, you give them a rundown on what your recommendations are?
Of course.
Not just they come to you, oh, yo quiero seguro, and it's like, yeah, let me cash a check and clavarle something. You legit, with your experience and your level of training, you give them a good package on your recommendations.
So what we normally do is we meet with a business owner, or partners, whatever, depending on the business. We'll go out there. If we have to fly there, we have to drive there. It doesn't matter. We work all in the U.S. And we can do also Zoom calls, and we show them what we offer. Then we ask them everything, every single detail of their business. If we go out there. Most of the time, I go to my client's business.
Because you might see a risk or a liability that they have yet to see.
Correct.
But since you've been doing this long enough, ya tú te la hueles.
Mira, aquí the workers' comp is one of the biggest ones that cause claims, okay? Because someone slip and fall, fell off the roof. I mean, here with roofers and contractors, it's like so hard to insure.
Yeah.
And there's so much fraud.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. And most of them are not even insured.
Welcome to the fraud city, bro. Esto está de pipi aquí, Hialeah.
Candela.
Everybody's hurt.
Everybody.
And when they get hurt, you want to do it right, honorably, hit up my boy George from Pro Injury, Goldberg and Rosen. And those people, mira, in line if you get into an accident.
Me? Why are they gonna hit me up?
Let them hit you up too. Hey, my seguro policy is no good.
I was an attorney back in Cuba. I was an attorney and a doctor, so. Architect too, but.
Man, wow.
Yeah, in Cuba I had many titles.
Él era médico doing colonoscopies.
My first
doing
client.
a survey.
He was my first client right here. That's how we met.
became best friends.
Well, there you go. That's a deep story.
Yajaira, do you and your you told me you have 2 girls. Do you do any fishing, any hunting, any outdoor activities with your family?
We do. We actually own land in River Ranch. So we go out, we sleep under the sky, and we go riding 4-wheelers and Can-Ams and mud it out, And so we got them used to that.
If you ever want to try to start getting them into fishing, let me know so we can get them all hooked up with my daughters too. Either we start off in the canals, go offshore. Because I can't expect your husband, a.k.a. if you buy any matebas, he's the guy in the front, Hatway. That's him, people. So anything to do with a tira flecha, Robert Morel is your guy.
Well, he wishes he was, because if not, he'd be paid. But we actually tested.
Igualito, but he's got
They actually tested.
He actually tested it. It wasn't.
But no, seriously, just don't let them teach them how to fish. You saw me back there. I was the one that caught the fish.
You're the real.
He got my rod, my freaking lures.
I just came in here, grabbed the rod, and just,
And
when
in
you're
one
good,
shot, you caught it.
when you're good, you're good.
Oye, my peeps. Pues ahora quiero contar a esta parte del segmento donde yo le doy un rifle sniper military grade, armor piercing rounds, the whole 9 con silenciadores en las manos de my 2 guests que no saben nada que ver de pistola. These people are lost causes when it comes to guns. I'm putting a rifle, told you, bro, SWAT team, all that. Let's see how good they do. And don't worry about if I have licenses to shoot in my backyard or not. Don't worry, we'll get past that. By the time I upload these films, we're done. Yeah, they can come here all they want. Oi, let's go. Oye, So, Yajaira, how'd you think you did?
I did pretty damn good, actually. I was impressed with myself.
All right. E. George?
Right.
What do you mean? You beat me.
I did all right.
Listen, I am making a board where I am documenting every person that comes in here will get to go up on my board until you get kicked off.
I want to redo.
All right? So, Yadi.
No,
you-
write her full name, bro.
No. I'll need 5 of
That's like
these
a trick
papers,
question,
bro.
bro.
Yajaira Morel from TRMG, commercial expert, insurance expert. My bad. If I write all that, I need like 5 of those papers. All right, Yadi, you ended up after all said and done. I'm pretty proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You ended up getting a total of 10 hits out of 15, which was the max.
I agree.
And my boy George, Jorgito. How'd you do? How do you feel?
I did all right, but I don't know. The way you set up the bullets, they started jamming, so I had a lot of...
It was all your fault.
Yeah, it was,
Dile coma pan y no coma repinga.
Bro, you blame me when we're on the boat. Oh, you gave me the jig, you gave me this. I gotta blame you when we're doing your thing.
And you're a separate podcast, right? You're like, okay, cool.
Listen,
That's
bro, I
teamwork.
don't even want to go
That's
into the
teamwork.
jig. Bro, we were offshore
Oh, here we go.
and we ran into a
I've heard this
school
story like 8
of
times.
tuna. Stop the freaking boat! I'm going to go for those tunas.
No.
He hates stop fishing for tuna. Fuck him. I don't care what he
I
says.
like bottom fishing, bro.
I get a jig from one of his drawers.
No.
Not like that.
He tells me, give me a jig. I said, go back there, grab a jig. He grabs one in a bag. It was in a bag. He opened it up.
Mi gente, mira. Look at this fucking jig.
He opened
Where's
it up.
the camera? Tú sigue hablando. Go.
He opened. No, it's the middle one. He opened it up and grabbed the jig, tied it to his rod, cast it out.
Pinga, which camera is it? Mira, focus.
No, and I was the one that cast it out the jig. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm on. He kept losing the fish. When we reeled it up, that he looks.
Yeah. Hey, I kept getting bites and bites and bites. And I'm like, yo, this mother effer just doesn't hook.
I'm like, bro, it's a you problem, bro. You suck.
It skull fucked me right here, people. Till I reeled it in and saw the hook was rusted the fuck off.
Who tied it? Who didn't check the hook?
Oh, dear.
The hook was there. It was just rusted
it
to
was
shit.
there. Well, you should have checked it.
Anyways, you sucked. He got 11 rounds out of 15.
I'm a gentleman. I don't want to.
Yadi got 10.
Carajo, que carajo.
So I'm more proud of her accomplishment.
Absolutely.
You,
Eso for pure luck. Mentira.
oye,
2 out. Couldn't figure it out.
Yajaira Morel, please, do you have any advice that you can give my viewers that might be interested or that have been blocking off the getting commercial insurance for their business?
Okay, I'm gonna give you 2. One.
Dos por el precio de uno. You're welcome for tuning into the
No,
podcast.
eso no está regalado. Eso no funciona así. Mira. One, don't think that insurance is more expensive than it is. Don't get scared. Get a quote because you don't know. You are not the expert. I am. So I got you. And the other one
Shaq's
is...
got your back.
That's right. And then the other one is that people always tell me, I've been with my agent for 30 years. And I bet you that's the last time they reviewed it too. So you don't know what you got. You don't know how you're covered. Things change every day. Things change every year. Prices change, so do your coverage, and so does your business. So always get a review.
Oye, thank you for being here. George, I didn't invite you. But I guess
I just showed up here because Picadillo was here, and I
got
thought I was
cameras
gonna
or
get free
some
food.
shit going on. I didn't invite him.
Where's the food?
Every
Picadillo.
Monday, todos los lunes at 9 o'clock. I don't know why I even bother traduciendo in Spanish because I've been in English this whole time. But I'll add traducization on the bottom of some of these videos.
Let's do it again in Spanish.
Okay, vamos. Dale.
Oye, Take 5. You people don't know. We've been doing this for a while.
No, for you.
But-
He's been doing this for 3 months.
Dale. See you next week, people. Monday, 9 a.m.
Joe Rogan on Timu, baby.